Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Ncaa Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Golden Gophers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Huff. He's got him. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
How about that for this defense on the first drive? You want to come out, create some momentum, create some energy, create a negative play. They do just that. They force the INT. Not only that, got a little bit of return on it, little icing on the sundae to go with it. Great start for this defense.
To the air on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Through the air, it's Huff. Oh, they're after him. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Minnesota! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in the game.
TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. With the catch, it's Russo. Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Lost a throw on first down. That's caught. It's Clinton. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunt. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to them, let them break tackles, let them make plays. Easy decision.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the cornerback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing right. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
Really good zone coverage. I think really good understanding to start the play. Third down, reads pass, linebacker breaks on the football in zone coverage, knocks the ball down, and forces the fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. There he goes. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon. He's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll run it on first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
To the air on second down. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. Some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Ncaa Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Huff. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That's caught. It's Petrie. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Let's take a minute just to think about Minnesota. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. He's got it on the move. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Golden Gophers line it up with a 1st and goal. Bust a pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Send its offense back onto the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Scanning the field, it's Huff. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Might be looking to run. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early. And how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this 1st down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Makes the grab. It's Hunt. No, he got loose. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, not and then falling on a massive fumble recovery.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's why it's hard to run down by the goal line. The defense just has so many bodies crowded into the line of scrimmage. Offense couldn't get it done that time.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Rush is on him, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Dropping back, it's Hop. He's got him this time. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Pressure coming. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line is set on third down. Quarterback making checks. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you know they're going to go for it again on fourth down. At least you think they are, because early in this game we've already seen them try to go for it on a couple fourth downs. They didn't get any of those. They got to find a way to stay on the field here. They've got to get their best playmaker on offense, the football.
Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Golden Gophers have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Minnesota! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Huff. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And they're able to get him down.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got a man, it's Russo. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Under fire. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Sprinting away. Touchdown, TCU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. and, man, what they can do on second down here. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Golden Gophers are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the middle. He's got him wide open. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football, knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down. The Golden Gophers have this offense rolling. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Golden Gophers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the... Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air, it's Huff. Dances away to buy time. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on 4th down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said, we are going to be aggressive no matter what. We haven't seen the punter in this game yet for them, and I don't think you're going to see him here either.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Quick completion on the out. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball. Close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man.
Remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Fires toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Golden Gophers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Quick release by the QB. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big snap.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They'll try to get outside. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. It's great to have a running threat at quarterback, but he's got to take care of the ball once he gets into traffic, and he didn't there.
He does, Reese, and he's a guy that is going to get a lot of opportunities to carry the football in this game because of the speed, because of his open field running ability, but you're right. Got to be better with your ball security. This defense, when they see the quarterback running, they start getting excited. That's a guy they feel they could rip the ball away from. They did right there.
And that's a hard thing to do as a receiver, but because you want to catch the football, you want to get upfield and make more yards, but sometimes you got to realize, I just got to toe tap that thing. I just got to get one in, get the completion. That was a missed opportunity right there.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. This time on target.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Fires into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Minnesota!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Huff. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man. Got it out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Skips away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. The 40, at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they turn it into a defensive score. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the boot, looking for his man. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frog. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his man. It's Hunt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Hunt. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Golden Gophers want to move quickly. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking deep. He holds it in and nobody's close. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Start from the 19-yard line. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Running to the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And the Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll go to the ground. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hunt. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
You're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The Golden Gophers are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained.
Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on 1 more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Here comes the heat. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe...
There he goes! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Big 3rd down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on 3rd down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball.
Open space in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, you could almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Tight end now in motion. He wants to throw it. Touchdown, TCU! Fit it in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And the Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Might be changing the route. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the big tight end. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. They'll move the tight end. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Hard Frog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's going to let it go. He's got it on the left. Finds some room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota! This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They believe they can run right here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, so the defense will move them back. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll go right back to him. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Wants to go up top. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! A great catch and run for 6. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, he'll throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Puts it out of the air. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, going to the air. He's got it, first down and more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
They just keep firing. Wide open downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Gives it on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together, dominating this football game.
Motion from the wideout. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A little release to the back. They'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won third down and forced him on fourth down.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Oh, he's looking to throw. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Horned Frog. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. What's something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep following up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Back has it. Finding open areas. He has the first and still on his feet. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to...
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Oh, better look out. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Clinton. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
There's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And he's going to bring it out.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turning it on to the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
And he finally finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect